Hello and welcome back. We're back again. Thank you for joining today in Roll for Change in our charity stream, benefiting Girls Inc. and celebrating women in tabletop RPG month. I am Natalie, also known as Chaotic Rogue, and today we're going to be playing some good old-fashioned Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Before we introduce our players, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're raising funds for and how. So Girls Inc. is a not-for-profit with a central goal of empowering and inspiring girls and young women. They use a network of 1,400 sites in 400 cities to develop, mentor, and guide girls in an affirming and welcoming environment. You can visit www.girlsinc.org to learn more about their mission. You can donate right now by clicking the donation button on the bottom of the screen. I'm assuming I'm pointing in the right direction. I actually don't know. Or by going to Roll for Change, roll number 4, just to be very clear, roll4change.org/donate. Be sure to check out Roll4Change on Twitter for details on some great prizes that you can win by donating today. Our goal is to raise $1,000 by the end of June, and we are currently at, still $204.12. Yay! So we have 4 wonderful people joining me here today. So we're going to go around and introduce everybody. We're going to start off with, because I'm looking at the stream right now, and go with Kelly. Kelly, tell us who you are, anything about yourself you want to be said, and maybe who you're playing today.
Hi, my name is Kelly. Most people know me on Twitter as Might Be Kelly. I am a podcaster. I'm in a show called Ethernautica, which is a cosmic horror / steampunk / pulp adventure audio drama, basically. I'm really excited to be here with Roll for Change. This is my first time doing a stream like this. I'm super excited. And today I will be playing Westra, who is a level 5 monk following the tradition of the Drunken Master.
Love it. Moving right along, we're going to go over to the other Natalie. It's been so long since I've been able to say that. I've missed it. Oh, you're muted, hon.
There we go. Oops. I am Natalie, also known as Dark Aardvark on Twitter and some other places. Today, I am playing Rainbow after the reign of the Lurking Fjord clan because she is a Tabaxi and they like their long names. And playing the Ranger class, and I am excited to be here. I watched the game before. It's a great charity to support, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah. Excellent. We will move on down to Jess. Hi, Jess.
Hey, I'm Jess. I will appear in chat if I'm there as Angry Nerd Girl, and I am a therapist, social worker, and I write RPGs. And you can see all my stuff on Twitter. I'm going to be playing Jasper of the Bellowing Hills, a Tabaxi bard from the College of Caterwauling.
Yeah, very exciting. And then last but not least, we have Becca.
Hi, I'm Becca. I can be found basically everywhere at Becca Eckert. I am in a podcast called Even Fell. That's on Twitter at Even Fell Podcast. And it's a D&D 5e homebrew game set kind of in realm space. So it's a real fun thing. Today I will be playing Manavuspa Weeman. She is a level 5 celestial warlock. Human.
Yes. The one human, I think, in our group.
I'm also a human.
Oh, are you?
Okay, good. Okay. 2 humans and 2 Tabaxi.
Yay!
Cats and people, that's fine. I love it. All right. And before we go any further, yes, as I said earlier, my name is Natalie, also known as Chaotic Rogue. You can find me on Twitter at Chaotic Rogue. That's just where everything is, and it's so much easier because I do a lot of streams apparently lately. Whoops. The other place you can find me is on themagecollege.com, which I'm not going to answer any questions about it because I see Archmage Derek in chat, so he can answer everything about it. Ha! Sucker. The worst. All right, so we are going to just dive right into what I have titled is The Trials of Absent Memories. So, as we go in, you find yourself with your eyes closed and you feel the cold, hard sensation of the ground beneath you. You slowly feel your fingers and your toes get feeling again. And as your nails scratch the surface beneath you, you feel this cold stone. You try to open up your eyes, this dim light surrounding you, and you think to yourself, how did I get here? How long have I been lying here? There's so many questions, and yet you know who you are. You know your history, you know what your life has been, but you can't seem to recall anything recent. You know that something's missing from your memory. Something's been taken from your mind. You don't know how much time is missing. Days, weeks, months, could be anything. By the time you finally open your eyes and you sit up, you see 3 other beings stuck in this same circular stone room. And I would like for everybody to take a chance to describe what they look like. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay, thank you. Otherwise I start picking.
So Maneva is 5'5". She has tanned skin. She spends a lot of time outside, and her hair, which is normally kind of dark because of her time outside, has turned kind of sun bleached. So she has kind of freckles, she has dark eyes, and she's a little more voluminous of a woman.
Amazing. Amazing. Who else? Who wants to go?
I can go.
Excellent.
So Jasper has kind of silver striped fur. She wears a pince nez. She wears the little glasses that don't have earpieces because, her ears are in a different place. And she has bright green eyes and tufts in her ears and long whiskers.
I love it. I love it.
A rainbow is a tabby colored tabaxi, and is wearing earth tones, a very simple sort of tunic, sleeveless, with wraps around her wrists and down on her barefoot, but wearing wraps around her ankle and lower leg, and is wearing sort of a series of fabric panels that sort of form a multi-tiered skirt around her, for a tactical skirt, as it were, so she can easily move through the forest.
I love it. I love it. Awesome.
Westra is about 5'6" as well, 5'5", 5'6". She has dirty black hair that's unwashed. Her face is unwashed. Her clothes are pretty plain, like common clothes, and they're kind of stained and dirty. And she has at her waist one of those gourds that people typically think of as alcohol drinking gourds. And she's blinking at all of you with wide, like light blue eyes, trying to take everything in.
And that's what you have. That is what you each see then when you wake up, sit up. You've been lying on cold, hard stone. There's a dim light from sconces surrounding you in this circular room. The ceiling is probably about 20 feet high, but you look around and you see 3 other people, and you see a wooden door inlaid into one of the, I'd say sides, but it's circular, so. What do you do?
Westra will just straight up like, hi, do I know you?
I don't remember any of you. I don't think we know each other.
Do we have our stuff?
Yeah, everything seems to be on you. Like any weapons, any items, obviously the clothes. You have all of your belongings. Nothing seems to be missing.
Okay, because Jasper's going to start pulling out from her pockets and her bag just an ungodly amount of stuff to make sure she has everything.
How did you get so much stuff?
I make it. I find it. It's around. If you look enough, there's always stuff. And then she kind of like starts shoving it back in when she realizes she has everything.
I also don't know any of you. Does anybody know how we got here? I don't even know how long we may have been here.
Yeah, it feels like when I try to think about how I got here, it's like I can't. There's just nothing there. Is it the same for you guys?
Yes. But I remember life before being here.
So why would somebody put us here if not to rob us? That's really weird.
Are we in the drunk tank again? This is a different drunk tank than the one I'm used to.
I mean, maybe.
Is there any?
I can't remember, but I'm not typically one to get drunk.
Okay, then I don't know how I know you.
Do you know? I don't think we know each other.
I think we covered that.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get us out of here. So, is there a light coming through the door at all?
From underneath it? Yeah, you can see a faint light. There's a bit of it, not anything bright, but if you look, like get on the ground and look under, there's,
Okay. Can I hear anything on the other side of the door?
roll perception for me.
Okay. Let's see how perceptive I am today. Okay. That is a 15 of perception.
Okay. You listen and it's pretty quiet on the other side. There's nothing there.
Okay. Well, it seems safe. So I'm going to pull out my thieves' tools and try and pick the lock.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you go up and you go for it. Roll for thieves' tools, roll dexterity, and
So I'm not proficient in thieves' tools.
Feel like you just have them.
I just have them because I like to rob things.
You steal things.
It's like a thing I do.
Because that's normally me. So weird.
And I got a 10.
You play with it and you hear a click. But as soon as you do, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to trade out my die because that one's not liking me.
That's always the case.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Perfect.
Yes.
You hear, as you hit the click, you've played with these tools
Fast hands like a cat.
You've played with these a little bit before, so you kind of have an idea of what's normally supposed to happen. But you hear, when you heard the first click, you heard a second ting. You back up in time as you see just this downpour of fire come from above and shower in front of the door. It stops a moment later.
So that usually doesn't happen to doors.
Not in my experience, but I spend most time in the forest.
So you
New to me.
doors.
Not new, just perhaps not as familiar as the rest.
Are you all? I'm trying to think about why all of us were captured and I'm assuming we must have been captured because I don't assume drunk tanks have fire doors. Do you have any enemies in your past that you can remember?
I don't know why anybody wouldn't like me.
Okay, well, that's great. That's a great place to start. So you don't have any enemies?
No. I mean, no. But this door is fascinating.
It really is.
I can't recall anybody that would have a problem with me. If I've crossed blades with them, they tend to not be breathing afterwards.
Well, I mean, that's another way to take care of some enemies. Okay, so scratch that off the list too.
Maybe it's a test. Maybe we figure out the door, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And
I
then
thought it was hot.
we get a prize.
That was clever. What's your name, the human there?
Westra.
Westra. I'm Minerva. It's real nice to meet ya.
Yeah. I think if we were captured, why'd they leave us with all of our stuff?
That's also a really good point.
Maybe
Usually
this
when
test
I
thing
meet
is
people,
for
I
it.
take their stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I don't have a lot of stuff, so.
I mean, I'll give you my stuff when I'm done.
Won't say no to that.
I just toss over 5 gold pieces to you.
They disappear into my clothing.
That should get you some stuff.
So,
People like these.
could I go look at the door
Sure.
and just see if there's anything peculiar about it,
Okay.
besides the fact that it, was fire?
Roll perception.
It's so cool.
Oh well.
Great door.
Yikes. That is 8.
It's a great door.
I really appreciate the craftsmanship here.
Exactly. You can smell a little bit of what may be singed wood. That's pretty much all you're getting. But otherwise, it's a great door. Shame that fire happened. Would have been really good otherwise before then.
Yeah.
Maybe the door wants more fire.
You break down, you burn it up, and then we get through.
Yeah.
How big is the room we're in?
It's radius of about 20 feet.
Okay. It might become relevant information really soon.
Westra's gonna lean back and lay back, and she's gonna kick her feet up, and it looks like she's gonna do one of those like kick jumps that gets you up, but she ends up just back somersaulting and stumbling to her knees, and then wobbly she gets up, and she comes over to also look at the door.
Beautiful. Do you want to roll perception on that door?
Yeah, sure. Let's look at the door.
Go for it.
I got a 14.
Cool. Great door. Still kind of but it's hard to say whether or not there's anything that might happen again.
Right.
Still smells like smoke.
Did you get it unlocked? Was that what triggered the trap?
I don't think so. I think I got the
You did actually get it unlocked. You heard.
I did?
Yeah, you heard it unlock, which you're used to, but then you heard the second ting, which is like, and that's
Got
when
it.
you go back.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like I got the first, what are they called? Barrels
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then I made it bad.
No, you got all of it. Like, you know that this is, you've played with it enough, probably at home. So
Okay.
these are cool.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Rainbow
Just
will grab, Rainbow will grab the crowbar from her pack and use it to just kind of push at the door to see if it opens without risking her hand being in fire.
It is a handle, so you will have.
Oh, it is a handle.
It is a handle.
Well, friends, if we take a little bit of time, maybe like 10 minutes or so, I have a friend who's unseen who might be able to open the door for us.
Most people tell me my unseen friends aren't real.
Well, this one's very real.
Magics
think
might be
it's
the way
kind
to go about it.
I think it's kind of rude of people to tell you that your friends aren't real. Like, they don't know.
Who said they were my friends? Did I say they were my friends?
Well, don't, honey, if they're saying rude things, just tune them out. They don't know what your life is. Okay. I'll take a few minutes, excuse me. And then
I take a drink from the gourd on my back.
then there's my unseen servant
Perfect.
as a ritual.
Perfect.
And
extra drinking during this time. Is anything else doing anything during the 10 minutes?
Yeah, Jasper's going to try and figure out how the door works. so that she could make a similar door or item if she ever encountered something like that.
Okay. Roll an investigation over this.
Okay. I just shrunk my window. There, let's fix that. Okay, here we go, Jess. It's the one that gave us a D20. That's the nice die. Okay, there we go. That's good. That is an 18.
You notice that with this door that there was a trap kind of that was in the handle of the door to begin with.
Okay.
If we had looked at it probably beforehand, we probably would have seen, but that's okay. But that is what triggered the firewall effect, the magic effect. And so if you want to figure out the magic specifically, then you could kind of take some time to investigate the arcana of it, if you want to roll that. But
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, would that take more than 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So you get the idea of that's how this trap got triggered. So
okay.
And I mean, you look at the craftsmanship of the door, and it's quite beautiful. It's mahogany. It does some really nice molding on the sides.
Jasper's all about this door.
Perfect.
She's gonna like make these. If she ever gets a home beyond her caravan, she's gonna put doors in these doors in her house.
I'm so excited. Rainbow, are you up to anything during the 10 minutes?
Yeah, Rainbow would, with the time to kill, would activate the primeval awareness that she has as a Gloomstalker to, see whether there's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae fiends, or undead within 1 mile.
There's undead.
I'm detecting undead within a mile or so of us.
Oh, they're no fun.
We'll have to take care of them.
I don't.
That's good.
Like with tea?
No,
I believe that means blade.
Or magic.
Or magic.
My patron is Lufthansa, so I say it's kind of my sacred duty.
Lufthansa?
Lufthansa.
Oh.
Lufthansa, you know, the morning lord, the commander of creativity. As he
Tell me more.
Well, besides the issues with the Dawn Cataclysm, I'd say he's pretty great.
I want to hear the whole story.
Well, maybe after we get out of here. It seems a little urgent, but I'd love to tell you all about Lufthansa.
Awesome. Let's go through the door.
So
before we live here.
So then Minerva says to the unseen servant, "All right, Mia dear, could you go and open the door for us and just walk right through? Just like leave it open for us."
Cool. They have zero issue getting through the door.
Perfect. Well,
it was a one-time trick spell on that door, and you're good.
And now we have a friend.
We have, yeah. So maybe we could be a little less cautious. Tracks are sprung. Maybe a little more cautious prior. Let's get out of here.
So you see just an open doorway you guys all kind of go through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
As you all go through the door, you actually lose your vision for a moment. Everything kind of goes black. And you hear this voice coming from, in theory, your head. It doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere else. Well, hello. My apologies for the inconvenience. You see,
Hello.
Hi. This is going to be kind of weird, but I know all of you, and I kind of know why you're here. Well, I know who you once were, and I need to find a way to help you remember that. So just bear with me. I'm going to help you. Find the way out, and you'll learn what you need to know. And as that kind of ends off, you hear a jingling of a bell. Your vision comes back, and you are faced with a hallway. The hallway is about 10 feet wide. It just kind of looks like it goes on for a while. There's some sconces that are dimly lighting, there we go, in the space.
Mia, if you could just walk ahead of us just by like 20 feet. Just go, you just start walking. We'll follow you. So I send the unseen servant forward.
Perfect.
Checking for traps, of course.
Minerva, how does that work?
It's
How do we-
gifts.
How do we know to follow something we can't see?
Well, we'll just wait a few minutes. A
Fair.
couple seconds. And then hopefully nothing will be sprung.
Hopefully.
Did the rest of you guys hear a chipper voice in your head? Or was that just my special gift?
Oh, I heard one as well.
No, I heard that.
I heard it as well. It seems pretty odd to me that the person trying to help us may also be the person who locked us in a room with a door made out of fire.
They
They
also
seem
said
nice,
that
right?
they said they know who. At least when talking to me, they said they know who I am, but the voice is not familiar to any of you.
They said they knew who I was. But like,
True. That doesn't
Okay.
mean.
so before I was a bard, I was, well, it wasn't totally legit. But like some people kind of thought I was a wizard, but also I kind of had a really good dice game going. But the idea was that I did like magic and then I won a lot of money and I just kind of had to move around a lot. So if they know who that might be a person who doesn't like me, come to think of it.
You're a very honest person. I mean, tabaxi.
I mean, I would think they got over it by now. I mean, it's been like a few months.
It might just be. I believe there's a phrase: "Revenge is a dish best served cold." So, perhaps.
Maybe. But so if it's somebody who knew who I was, then they might not like. Did you guys used to have a dice game? Because we could play like right here. Oh,
I do not gamble. I am
Do you
an
wanna
upright
start?
lady. Well, first let's see if we make it out of here alive. And if we do, then you can teach me how to play dice.
okay.
Was there a chance we weren't going to make this out alive? I wasn't aware that that was a thing on the table.
Well, it just seemed like the door was very threatening. I was very scared. I had my unseen servant open a door. I don't usually ask an unseen servant to open a door for me. So I'm just a little afraid.
It's okay. I got your back, baby. You're safe with me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Though I don't know if I can trust you based on your story.
No, it's fine.
But I will, because you were so honest. Are we
And Jasper
walking?
just kind of purrs.
Has,
And like
has, it, has it been enough time?
I think
Has it?
I'm sure it has, Rainbow.
All right. Then forward.
Yeah, nothing's happened to your servant that you are aware of. It is not like the spell is not ended. It's just
Going.
you could see it. It's like standing at probably the edge. I think it's 30 feet of 60 feet of like how far it normally can go. And it's just kind of like standing there tapping its foot looking at you. And you can kind of feel this about your unseen servant.
My unseen servant seems to think we're taking too long chit-chatting and we could be walking down a hallway. So let's catch up. It seems like everything's fine.
Walking,
Let's go.
stumbling,
Go.
walking really quickly, on the verge of running. Let's just go.
Jasper's just gonna bolt down the hallway.
Awesome. You get down to probably it's like 80 feet later, and
Okay.
you open up into this big round space again, and there are 5 different passageways.
Ooh.
So they're all
That's one for each of us and the servant.
Perfect.
they all look identical. They're all dimly lit. And which one do you want to take? They're kind of so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and technically 6 if you count the one behind you that you just came in from.
Well,
Well,
Want to roll a die?
I think that's appropriate. Let's go. Roll a die. I don't think there's any difference. Let's take a little bit of a closer look before just letting chance decide our fate,
Yeah.
shall we?
Well, if you want to be boring about it.
when I was younger, I was taught that an easy way to solve mazes, it might take a while, but is to always bear left.
Oh, well, that's very clever.
Oh.
Because eventually you will find the exit.
Okay,
maybe not
that
the most
seems smart.
efficient, but
Can I just take a quick look? I'll just take a quick look. Even though they look all the same from here, but maybe there's something different if I look a little closer.
Sure. Go for it. Roll perception.
13.
They all look pretty identical. There is one thing you will notice, and it's hard to really make sense of it, but it seems like dust is actually collected kind of in this space on the ground.
Interesting. So there's a lot of dust in here. I don't know if any of you have allergies, but just be aware. It looks like this has been used in a really long time. Rainbow, I think that's a great idea to bear left.
thank you.
Yeah,
I
that
will
seems
follow
smart.
your lead.
All right, so you guys are going to go left?
Yes.
Yep.
So you're going to go with the left? We're just going to call that pathway number 1 for right now.
Great.
Sure.
Okay.
You guys keep going down pathway number 1, going down a while. It's taken some time. And then it opens up to another round area with 5 different pathways.
Did we go in a circle?
I'd like to inspect the dust
Okay.
for our footprints.
Roll perception.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice. You can tell that this is going forward. This is still undisturbed, which means whatever pathway you took the first time, it took you to a new spot.
Okay.
We are in a new place.
Rainbow's gonna take out like a little
Piece of
like
chalk.
journal or something, and that's a better idea. But start kind of drawing like a really crude map of what's going on.
Okay.
If we're following all these not dusty places, wouldn't that not be the way we got into that room to begin with? Or were we in the room long enough for everything to get dusty?
That's possible. It's also possible we got there via some sort of magic.
I
I
checked
don't usually
myself.
travel by magic.
Am I dusty? My clothes? How long have I been laying there?
Does anybody have any chalk or anything we could like draw on the walls with?
Could draw on the dust.
We could. I mean, I could also like stick a candle in the dust, but somebody might take that. You never know when you're going to need a candle. Okay, I'm going to draw a big smiley cat face on the floor in the dust.
I'm glad it's a cat face.
Should we keep left again?
I think so.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's go, Rainbow.
All right. Is the unseen servant around?
Oh yeah, she's around. Do you want Mia to take the lead?
I mean, I have no issue taking the lead.
Okay.
Sure. And then she'll start tentatively, but then more assuredly walking down the hallway to the left.
All right, so going down number 1 effectively again.
Yes.
Okay. You keep going. You go down. Takes a while. These are really long, kind of frustrating hallways, to be honest. And you come back to an open area with 5 passageways again.
Check the
Do you
dust.
think we're supposed to split up?
Well, perhaps, but there's 5 ways to go and only 4 of us.
Well, there's the invisible thing.
But it can only be 60 feet away from me.
Oh,
So
it's
there's some
always
limit
are
to
longer than
even. Yeah.
okay.
Is the dust undisturbed here? I rolled a 13.
It is. It's been disturbed. You see definitive pathway going down the first number 1.
Okay.
Either someone else has done this before, or we've just gone in a circle. So
Could I try to do like some tracking, like a nature track
Sure.
sort of thing? Yeah.
Roll. I think it's survival. Also, I'm going to do a quick shout out, but thank you to Paige and Marcy for donations. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that, but I'm going to pay attention to chat and say that.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks. I got an 18.
18? Okay. You can tell. So you're starting to look a little bit closer at what effectively it seems like dust in this place, but kind of seems to be, you're looking at, these are tracks that were your tracks from the first pathway you went down.
Okay.
I am seeing 2 tabaxi and 2 human footprints.
You've been taken
So
What
back.
are the odds of that?
that was a funny joke, Jasper.
I do not know what the odds of that would be, but I perhaps sticking
I
to the
can
left
calculate.
isn't going to get us anywhere.
I think it would be 1 in 25 million, but I'm not exactly positive. If you give me a minute, I can work it out exactly.
Well,
I have
But our time might
nothing
be
but
better
time.
spent going through a new hallway.
yeah. You can think as we walk.
Okay.
So do we want to go through this first path again and then take the second path, or do we want to start with a whole new path?
Bo, you can tell that because you guys drew a cat smiley face the last time. That's
Mhm.
not here, which means that whatever you did, it exists in a different space identical to this one.
Right.
Is that door that we can, the fire door?
It looks like
Here?
right now all you're seeing is hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
behind you. Your beloved fire door is gone.
Maybe.
No.
We hardly knew ye.
So maybe we follow our own tracks, get back to the
Okay.
smiley face, and then try another path.
Sure.
That works.
Walking in circles.
And that way we'll know if there's an art vandal as well as someone who's pretending to be us.
We will. Do you have an artist that hates you too? Is that like another past life?
Nobody hates me.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. I'm glad.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Awesome. Are you going down pathway number 1?
Yes.
Cool. You take it. God, it's like deja vu, and you get yeah. Opens up 5 pathways. You see that kitty smiley face.
Thank God it's safe. So let's not go through the first path.
Right.
Right.
So
that
the second one, then, the next one to the left, or I
Yes.
guess it would be to the right. But
To the right. But yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yes.
agree. You know, Jasper, I'm really glad you seem to have your priorities straight. You know, getting out of here versus making sure your dust art doesn't get destroyed. I'm glad. You know, take fun where you can.
I'm about aesthetics.
Perfect.
What's life without a little beauty?
You take the second path. Walk. Opens up to another area. 5 passageways.
How's the
Okay.
dust?
Somebody want to make a
Yes.
I'll second.
There you
Whoever
go.
wants to, as many people as want.
Cool.
Is this investigation or just straight perception?
You guys are looking for this now, so I'm going to say investigation.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay,
That's a 2.
17.
Westra,
10.
Jasper, that was a 17.
Yeah.
Bo is a 10. Minerva, are you trying at all?
No, they
Cool.
got it.
They got Bo and Jasper, you recognize this is the first room again.
Okay. Well, that's great. I'm going to put a number 1 on the floor.
I think every time we come back into this room, we should take a drink. I take a drink.
I think that's great. I'll have one.
I hand you my gourd, and it's only water.
Jasper kind of has a sip and it's like, okay, it's a little weaker than what I'm used to, but all right.
Perfect.
I can get down with how humans party. And hands it back.
So, back down path number 1.
Yep.
Back to the cat.
Back to the cat. So you guys get back to the cat.
All right. Not 1 or 2.
Which pathway do you want to take? You got 3, 4, or 5.
The third
Yeah,
one,
let's
I
take-
guess?
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go down. Like deja vu. God, we are getting so sick of these hallways. And you come up to an open area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody who wants to take a look, see if they recognize this space at all, by all means.
I got a 3.
Bo is
17.
12.
Sorry, Minerva, what was it?
17.
All right, and we got a 12 and
16.
cool. 16, 17. So Western and Minerva, you got this is new.
Oh,
No drink.
I'm drunk from the water.
all right. So now we know we're on the right path. It's 1, then 3.
Well, at least we're on a new path.
So,
Perhaps a different, maybe a winking cat face this time?
Sure. Can draw that.
so I can't detect magic, but could I do? I don't know, because I don't want to like mix up necessarily like Arcana check versus detect magic, but is there a way to tell maybe there's something more magical about one of the hallways than the others?
Okay. If there's a way to tell there's something more magical. I mean, either way, you're getting the idea that this whole space is just oozing with magic.
Mm.
That's just the general, like how you're in touch with magic.
Yeah.
You just generally get the feel of this entire place has a shit ton of magic. Anything is bound to happen right now.
Okay. Well, guys, I just feel like besides the fact that we keep ending up back in room 1, everything is unpredictable.
That has been the assessment I've made as well.
So do we want to start with the leftmost path here after the cat drawing is done?
Might as well be methodical about it.
Sure. So now I'll be a winky cat with like a little music note next to it, just in case, somebody erases the eyes. I won't be confused.
Winky, but with a music note. Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Perfect. So then you guys go back to door number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Perfect. You follow along. You keep going. You keep going. You keep going. And you get back to what you now all very much recognize as the first room.
Drink.
Ah!
Number 1.
Well, let's just turn around and go straight back.
Oh. We could try it. Let's try that. I mean, clearly it's something magical, but let's try it anyway.
Might as well, yeah.
All right. You guys walk back. Keep going. You keep going. You keep going. Somehow, you end up in another room with the number 1 and 5 different pathways aside from the one you just came from.
Well, it was
Well, that's just not fair.
Westra, you gonna drink up? Drink. Okay, so 1, then 3, then not 1.
Let's go.
I
All
feel like I'm really bonding with all of you. It's a very trying experience.
Hey, boys, if we're supposed to be learning something about ourselves, like a hint would be nice, because this is an odd puzzle.
I'm learning being trapped in a place is very frustrating for me.
I'm learning that Jasper really likes drawing cats. I mean, it makes sense.
Quite good.
I mean, is there like a better way to mark where you've been? If there is, you're welcome to do it.
I cannot think of a better way.
I have noticed that it's odd numbers that seem to get us somewhere. So perhaps we get back
5?
to the second room and try 5.
Oh, let's do that.
Oh,
I'm willing to try.
I like this
What's
plan.
the worst that's gonna happen?
We end up back in the first room. I've never wanted
They're
to
also-
come across undead so much in my entire life.
They're also prime numbers.
Oh.
right. So you guys go back down the first, get back to the second, go down the third, you get back to the second room with the winky smiley with the winky face cat and the music note. And we're going to try for the fifth.
Yes.
You go down this hallway. Deja vu. It's getting real boring. And you start to see, finally, at the end of this passageway, a door. As you get close to it.
If it's the fire door, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
No, it looks like an oak door, different
Okay.
trim. It's got a different handle, like it kind of comes out, so you have to turn it as opposed to twist it.
Okay.
Different craftsmanship on this door. And you see kind of floating in front of the door this what looks like a round bronze coin of some sort.
I'm gonna take a closer look at that coin.
Okay. As you guys, as anybody approaches it, if you get close to it, you see on it, it is like about a palm size for how big it is. I mean, depends on the size of your palm, but still. And on it, it looks like there's these embossed, it looks like bear tracks almost, like a trail of them going across it.
Rainbow, I think you should look at this. It's about bears, and you know about bears.
All right. We'll take a look at the coin.
Okay. It is floating there in front of you, and it's bronze and has these little bear tracks.
Those are bear tracks. Do we have the? I don't want to tax your magical abilities, but could we have your unseen friend pluck the coin?
Of course she can. Mia, would you be a dear and go grab that coin for us?
You wait a bit because obviously you can't see it. But eventually you get the feeling of like they tried to and couldn't.
Can I approach it and cast Identify on it?
Sure.
'Cause that's really cool.
Yeah. So you're gonna cast Identify. It right now to you, what you are figuring out about it is it looks like a hologram, but you get the feeling that for the right person, it'll become solid.
So I tell them that.
Okay.
So I think it's a coin, maybe for the voice in our heads. It's her coin. Or maybe just, someone who isn't me or Mia needs to try and touch it.
True. I guess as was pointed out, it is of the forest, so perhaps. And then she just trails off it as she goes to grab it, nervously and ready to flinch away at any moment for bad things.
You touch it. And for you, your vision goes blank again and you freeze. For everybody else, you see Bo kind of frozen in this moment of touching the coin and just completely still for about 5 seconds. For you, Bo, it feels like a little bit longer as you get this vision flooding across your viewpoint effectively. You are flooded with these memories that you know they're yours, but this is something of what was missing. You are outside in this barren field and you are surrounded by undead. You are surrounded by these other people as well as a couple of others. You remember now you were fighting with them alongside them previously, but you are all lost. The last kind of image you see before regaining your sight is that of a woman with red tinged skin and vibrant fire-like hair. She kind of turns around and looks back towards you with just this sadness in her eyes. And in that moment, you remember you were working together to find something. And you wake up, your vision restored, and this medallion's in your hand.
When you wake up, Jasper's basically standing right in front of your face, inspecting you.
Hello.
Hi.
Was I gone long?
Not very.
Um,
But long enough for us to see there was a little something happening.
Yes, I had a vision. We were all together, surrounded by undead,
Like now?
and very much like now, only outside, in a forest, fighting undead together. And we were looking for something. There was an unfamiliar lady there with a red tinged skin and vibrant, almost unnatural red hair.
Like a tiefling?
Perhaps.
You must have been so happy to be outside and fighting undead. That sounds so happy.
And
there were bears.
I was happy to be outside. Yes.
And we were all friends. That's nice. Maybe it's a vision.
So, is this
It's
like...
a future coin.
Yeah.
Or a past coin.
Where does this fall in your mind? Is this whole thing completely unfamiliar to you?
This maze is, yes, but now there's some sort of sense of familiarity with all of you other than the memories we've made walking these halls.
So it's the past.
That's good, because these halls are kind of forgettable.
They are?
So I guess now we just got to try to find more of those coins.
And maybe
I
a bear.
Maybe a bear.
Maybe.
Should we try the door?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Westra.
Let's remember the fire from the last time.
Yes. I want to inspect the door.
Not a bad idea. Normal perception.
That will be a 16.
Seems fine. You don't really you look where the trigger was before, you don't see anything, and it seems like a fairly normal door.
Looks good to me. Is it locked?
Yeah, do you try it?
Yeah.
No.
Should I open it? I say to everybody else.
Yeah.
If you want to. Mia's still here, but if you want to, you go for it.
No, I got good reflexes. I might not be a cat, but I open the door.
Cool.
You shared a drink. You're basically a cat now.
Perfect. You open the door, and it leads to this wide hall, so about 20-foot wide hallway. And what you can see in front of you is, it looks like there's a wall of fire, followed by probably a wall of ice. And then you can faintly see on the other side of it a wall of electricity. This hallway seems to span for about 60 feet, and each of these walls are about almost 10 feet wide each. They're deep each, rather.
This is like a hallway of no.
It's just
Hallway of no.
regular hallway.
You guys were in a Pokemon gym.
Looks like we're trapped in here forever. Well, nice.
Who has a Bulbasaur? So I think ice is probably the safest. Because it's just cold, but not like kill you.
Oh, no, these are all back to back. It's all down the same hallway.
We have to get through the fire, then get through the ice, then get through the electricity.
Yeah.
I do not have a means to deal with this.
Maybe it won't hurt us.
Okay. Would you like to try that?
I do have an unseen servant. Oh, Mia! She's near to me. You come and go every now and again. I know I ask you to do some things that really just seem quite ridiculous, but would you mind just walking through that wall of fire? Let's just see what happens.
Got this thing, kids.
And before it goes, just so I can see what happens, I'm gonna like find a thread somewhere on my clothes and rip it off and like just tie it so I can have some sort of way to see
Okay,
the
cool.
unseen servant.
That's fair. Watch Mia go for me. Oh my god, MIA. I'm sorry. I just put that. I don't know if that was the intent. You watch Mia with the string on their head go through to the fire, and you see the fire get singed. You feel Mia disappear.
Well, now we know it'll kill us.
Aren't you sad?
Oh, I can just bring it back whenever. Well, it takes
That's
10
really cool.
but oh, unless it's a different unseen servant every time. I've never thought about that.
You just call them all Mia?
Well, I haven't had long conversations with them, to be honest.
You just went through hours of a dungeon with that one. Practically your child. Okay.
I love my children. I would never send them through a wall of fire.
I don't have any kids. I don't know how it works.
Well, I have 4, and they're beautiful little angels. And yeah, I'm not gonna send them through fire. I'm not gonna have them open dangerous doors for us.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm kind of glad you can't summon your children. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to go up. I want to go up to the as close as I can get to the fire section and see if there's like a catch or if I can figure out
Cool.
how it works.
Roll. I'll let you. You're investigating this, Bernie? Like you're trying to. Figure it out. Yeah. So go for it. Investigation.
Okay. Wow, that's a 1.
Nope. Fire.
Fire. Am I on fire?
No.
Okay.
But you're really warm right now, and like pulling it close. It's close.
Okay. It's too hot to really learn about it. So sorry.
Does it seem
That's all right.
Does it seem like there's anything on the walls or around that's producing the fire, or is it just there?
It's mostly just there. If anybody else wants to try to see if there's anything that might be triggering this, please feel free to roll investigate.
Please roll better than a nat 1.
Ooh,
13.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Anybody else anything?
I got an 8.
You're still drinking.
Solid plan.
Yeah, so you, Rainbow, you start to look through and you can make out what looks like there's switches on the other side, on the far side of all these walls.
I think I see switches on the other side. Can I take that to mean that the fire doesn't look like it's not a very thick wall necessarily?
You can see enough through it. There's fire there, but and same thing with the eyes, but it's kind of like your vision gets obscured, but you can see that these big stone squares that look like switches effectively on the other side.
I will try to make it. Well, do any of you have ranged weapons of any sort?
I have an
You could
excellent
try.
singing voice.
I have a crossbow.
Good.
I go through my pockets and I pull out like hands full of darts.
We could try shooting the
have-
switches.
I have thunderclap, which might not be great.
I don't know what that might do, but if you think it'd be helpful, it could be worth a shot. Otherwise, I guess I would be willing to. The firewall doesn't look like it is that particularly wide. I might be able to jump through it and take, not take a whole lot of damage from it.
That seems very scary.
It does, which is why my first idea would be to try to shoot them.
Well, if you do die, I might be able to help you there.
It's good to know. If I get injured, I can help myself a little bit.
Can you teleport her, Minerva?
No, I can't. That'd be great. Could I just teleport over there? But if she dies, I can make sure that that she becomes stable again.
Okay.
That's good. Good to know, I guess. All right, and she'll start kind of stretching and like lumbering up for a jump through a wall of fire.
So we've discounted trying to put anything ranged through these.
Well, I mean, you can sure try.
I think crossbow would be a little bit easier than my throwing darts.
I think that's a good idea.
I'll go ahead and try. Let's just try to shoot this thing, shall we? Before you have to potentially burn all your fur off.
I would not. I mean, I would appreciate not having to do that or risk it.
So I guess I'm just gonna try to shoot
Okay.
in that general direction
Go
with
for
my
it.
crossbow. Oh, that's a nat 20!
Cool.
Sweet!
Fire!
So it gets through the fire and then lands into the wall of ice.
Well, that makes sense. You know?
That's very solid.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Have we considered leaving this room and trying one of the other hallways? Is that a thought? I don't know if it's a good one.
Well, the
Possible.
coin was here, and it's like a chord, right? It's like 1, 3, 5, so it makes sense. It's musical. This is where we're supposed to be.
All right, and it was my coin. So, and again, she trails off before she does something that trails off her speech before she does something that she's nervous about, and she jumps and she hoping to be able to use athletics if there's a roll necessary.
You're
But,
jumping ice, which is literally fire.
Well, but that's why I was trying to clarify. It's not. Is it is it a curtain of fire?
Oh
or
my God.
It's a field of fire.
a field of fire? So it's pretty.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I can't heal you. I can just make you feel like you feel better.
I have a little bit of ability to heal.
I can help you a little too. Lathanza also blesses me with the ability to help. And
I mean,
athletics
dump
is
water
part
on
of
you.
his domain.
If ranges aren't working, ranged weapons aren't working, I don't know of any other way without magics.
Before you run through the fire, I do have a quick question. How you plan on running through the wall of ice?
Well, that I was hoping to be able to use my blades to eventually chop through.
Okay, then can I bring up the one of electricity?
Can anybody direct water? Why didn't we bring a druid? A druid would be so useful here.
I don't know any druids, do you?
I know a little bit of everybody.
Minerva, roll Arcana.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Where did I just go? There it is. 9.
Cool.
I roll Arcana?
Didn't even be an
Sure.
easy DC.
Go for it.
Okay, since I have a bit. 18.
Cool. Jasper, you figure out Minerva does not figure this out. Jasper, you're looking through this and you figure that if you can get something, if you can have something appear on the other side of probably all 3 walls, that would be the best way to deal with those switches.
Okay.
Because there's 2 of them, and that you don't need to go through it's figuring out not to go through this. You need to figure out a way around this.
Minerva, could you summon your friend way down there?
Yeah.
I really could. I'm so sorry, Rainbow, that we thought about throwing you right into the fire. I mean, as soon as the unseen servant was gone, I was like, okay, well, that plan failed. Move on to the next thing. All right.
Fair. You can see she's fighting the urge to just do that, do that thing.
Sorry, if Bo really wants to still run through fire.
I absolutely do not want to do that.
I will sing songs of your death in every great Tabaxi hall.
I appreciate that, but I hope that's decades from now and not being burned alive. Old age would be preferable in the forest, not in.
I'm already starting. She jumped into the fire for me.
Is this a song you've got going now?
Yes, it's a song that I'm writing.
So excited.
It's going to be a bop.
Tavern classic. Fire for me.
They sometimes call Lathander inspirations dawn, and I just don't know what happened there because it took a long time for that to hit. I cast Unseen Servant
On the other side. Anything anybody else want to do while those I'm assuming ritual?
Yeah, it's ritual.
Anybody want to do anything for 10 minutes? Besides compose a ballad and...
Just gonna start singing my song.
I love it.
Oh, no.
So at the end of the and I assume Westra's just drinking.
No, I will find out a beat on my little gourd with the song. I
love it.
Rainbow would join you with in the drum circle because she's proficient in drums.
Yes. She jumped into the fire for me.
Yeah.
But a big hull of ice set her heart free. The wall of lightning she never did see.
Perfect. It's beautiful. This is everything I've ever wanted. Oh my god. So as this song goes on, Minerva, you feel pretty inspired by this. Even though the song's about Bo, you still feel pretty good about this. Mia, I'm going to assume it's still Mia, shows it, you get the feeling, because you have this connection with me. You guys understand each other. You're connected. She is almost one of your children, but not so much that you wouldn't retire.
See, look, I think it's the same one.
not like hurt it
Can't look.
sent her through the fire either, I'm sure.
She's not holding a grudge or anything.
Yeah, Mia doesn't hold grudges. Mia's cool. Mia's chill.
Hey, Mia, could you pull those levers for us? Just like one at a time. Let's just see what happens.
So she does. They're pushing. So you see.
Okay, push the lever.
And then you feel this. She comes back out, and the the stone comes back out with her. She kind of goes and pushes the other one, and then it kind of comes back out.
Hey, Mia, what if you tried pushing them both at the same time?
She pushes them at the same time, and the 3 walls disappear.
Oh, praise Lathanza! Oh.
I think I'll thank Jasper for that one. Thank you.
Look, Lathanza gave Jasper the inspiration.
I've just kind of been around a lot of weird magic.
And then Jasper multiclassed as they started to follow Fander. Love it. Cool. You guys see.
So Jasper literally follows whichever god or elder being is nearest.
Fair. That's valid.
Like that guy in The Mummy with every religious symbol.
Perfect. Probably safest, especially for Jasper. Instantly relatable. You see, kind of as Mia's still hanging out there, holding on to both those switches, there's another door. I'm running out of wood types. Apparently, I only know mahogany and oak.
Elm.
Henry.
Elm. Sorry, did I hear elm? We're gonna go elm.
Yeah.
You should very next time. It's an elm door. It's always fun doing door types. It's really weird. Kind of arched nature, and you see a medallion show up. Yes, Harry Potter wands is really what I should be going with. And you see another medallion, bronze, palm size, similar to the one that looks like there might be a different symbol on there this time instead.
I'll take a look at it. I love me some coins that are weird.
It looks like on this coin it looks like almost an explosion almost on it.
Minerva, I think this is for you, but it could be for me.
Well, I can always try. I go try to grab it.
You don't send Mia?
No. I've learned my lesson.
Can't use Mia for everything.
I'm giving her a little bit of a break. She just sacrificed one of her lives.
Mia's secretly a cat. She's got mad. Party so well.
All of my art has actually been of Mia.
Perfect. I'm so glad. So I don't know who else donated. We're at 270. This is exciting. Anyways, I was looking at the streamers talking.
Thank you, folks.
Yeah, thank you. Guys are awesome. Minerva, as you go and you reach and you grab the coin, it becomes solid in your hand and you lose your vision. Everybody else you see here completely freeze in position, effectively. Minerva, you get this vision that is similar to what Bo had previously described, except for as you're standing outside, you realize the forest is behind you, and ahead of you are these rolling hills that look like they were once covered in greenery, but now it's just burned away like ash. And you see a shadow crawling over the hillside that's kind of tinged in green. And there's this spine-chilling laughter that's emanating from it. Ooh. The final vision that you get before regaining consciousness is you are surrounded by armies of undead that are coming for you. You look down, you see the body of Bo already on the ground. And ahead of you, you see what you know to be a fire genasi alongside a wood elf, both of whom are familiar, but you can't put your name on why or where they even went. And then you wake up. And you hear the door in front of you tick as you know it's unlocked.
I go over to Bo, put my hand on her shoulder, and say, I don't mean to frighten you. You're here now.
That was really reassuring way to start a conversation.
You're here now, which is the important part. So bear that in mind when I tell you what comes next. I saw your body in the field with all the undead creatures coming for us. But you're alive now, so that's great. You know, something happened. Do any of you guys remember a fire genasi or a wood elf?
This was the Genasi, the one with the red hair?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't know where they went.
Sure. I don't remember a wood elf, but hopefully my death is in the past, I guess.
I hope so.
Thank you.
I know
Although if you're
so
there,
many
you
wood
can
elves.
help.
They're everywhere. Kitty.
Yeah. I don't think anyone on stream can see him, but
Oh, okay.
Do any of you guys also recall kind of a greenish shadow? It was laughing kind of maniacally. No?
No, not
Westra,
really.
that seems like something you'd know.
I'm not sure what I should take from that implication. I take a drink.
Does Rainbow remember anything about maniacal laughter? I don't. I already.
This feels familiar. It wasn't in your vision, but that feels familiar.
It feels familiar to me. I don't remember it from my vision.
Huh. You know, Rainbow, I feel so much closer to you. Having seen your dead body and knowing we fought alongside each other. But you're here and I'm so glad. I'm so glad we get to live to fight another day.
Thank you.
Shall we open this door?
Sure.
I tried
Cool.
to open the door.
All right, it's unlocked. There are no traps. You are doing great now.
Perfect.
Start you off paranoid. It's fine.
Go team.
Forever scared of doors.
The doors. Okay, so you open up to. You open up the door and there's this room, but it's filled with this creature that looks like. So it has the body of what seems to be a lion as you see the tail kind of curl around, and it's lying down with his massive paws. And you see it's got the head, but it's kind of, it looks regal, and as there's these big wings jutting out from either side of it. It sees you all enter the room and it wakes up, its eyes white. And it kind of just stares at you as you enter.
Could I do an animal handling check for its possible intentions?
Sure.
I freeze. Maybe if we don't move, it can't see us.
Jasper goes, you are beautiful.
18.
18.
Yes.
Seems pretty chill. It seems like a fairly neutral state. Jasper, you say that out loud?
Yep.
Cool. Here, bellowing almost through this, like, there's great acoustics in this cavern, you're realizing?
I should sing the song in here.
Thank you. Have come to continue on your journey, have you not?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
To pass through here, you must answer 3 riddles.
Yes. And Jasper starts to like twitch her tail excitedly.
Do
like rubber.
to continue?
Yep. All about riddles. And just sits down on the floor.
Yes, I don't think we have any other option, so we'll do the riddles.
Westra, are you okay?
Westra does not feel confident about this challenge.
I love it. Wonderful. The creature speaks. First, I do not speak, but there is no word I cannot make. What am I?
A pen? Or quill?
That was my thought.
Alphabet?
Yeah. Either
I
of those.
think
Those are both good.
Every time an answer comes out, Rainbow's just waiting for punishment for getting it wrong.
One of you must be the spokesperson.
Oh.
Ah,
There are
Yeah.
too many answers. Choose
fair.
one.
I cannot make.
I think it's alphabet. I think you make words with the alphabet. You write words with a quill.
Do you want to be the spokesperson? I'm very
Sounds like
generous. Seems to be-
volunteer for me.
Okay.
Right.
Alphabet.
The creature nods. Correct.
Yeah, good job, Minerva.
Thank you. Thanks to Lathanza. Give credit
Thank
where
you,
credit's
Lathanda.
due. Perfect.
We're gonna get those pamphlets out later.
Yes.
Next riddle. You saw me where I could not be, yet often you see me. What am I?
Saw me? Well, I could not be away. You could not be. You saw me.
You
Where?
saw me
Where
where I could not be, and yet you often see me. What am I?
Well, you don't see darkness.
You saw me where you could not be.
Donation.
You saw me where I could not be.
But often you see me.
You saw me. I can't, maybe if I say it over and over again.
If anybody wants to roll a straight, let's go
Ooh.
wisdom check.
Oh, this is actually something I'm good at. Okay. I got a 22.
Damn.
Westra, out of like nowhere, this is gonna be good. Westra, you're thinking to yourself, you're like, well, when I look down in a drink, I see me. I can't be there.
Oh. It's a reflection.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it? Are you guys thinking reflection?
I wasn't thinking
No,
anything. That's
I
I
wasn't
am
thinking-
now. I was thinking M and E, but now I'm thinking reflection. I was like, there's no I in team, and then there's no I in me.
doing great.
It was perfect because it was Westra. The creature nods. Correct. Last riddle. You must keep it after giving it. What is it?
Perhaps it's your word.
Heart.
Oh.
Oh. I thought your heart, but your word is that is a thing that people keep. I've been told.
Jasper, when you teach me how to play dice later on, are you going to swindle me?
No, I don't swindle anybody. I just use loaded dice.
At least you're honest about it.
A form of swindling, though.
I mean, we're friends now.
Yeah, and maybe we was friends before also.
I'll teach you how to play with loaded dice. You'll always win. It'll be great, unless you play against me.
You'll have doubly loaded dice.
Maybe.
So, like...
Do you give me the creature just kind of stares at you as you talk about loaded dice.
That's not our answer.
Your word.
Creature
Does
nods.
bow.
Oh, very nice. Creature nods. And then kind of moves their wing and closes it into their body. And you see hiding behind there to be another doorway. And by the door, you see another. Look, you You don't see it. You see that'd be really weird, but also would work. You see another bronze medallion floating in front of the doorway again.
Well, Westra Jasper, it must be one of yours.
I look at the medallion.
Yeah, you guys get up close to the medallion. You notice a music note on it.
I think this one's yours.
Are you sure? You probably sing drinking songs.
Probably not half as well as you.
All right, I'll go.
Do you go and grab it?
Yeah.
Try to make the unseen servant do it for Done With Me.
No, I'll grab it.
So you go, you grab it. Everybody else sees you freeze in place, and you, like the others, your vision goes blank.
Okay.
It fades to black, and you see this vision of yourself talking to the wood elf, who you know to be a druid named Esme.
I knew we needed a druid.
You technically had one.
Okay.
You are talking to Esme as and you are in this war-torn area getting ready to do battle, and you see her get struck by a blast of necrotic energy as she falls to the ground alongside Bo and Minerva. Fire Genasi from ahead calls out to you. There's no hope. We need to escape. We need to live to fight another day. We're not strong enough right now. You feel yourself disagreeing with this as you kind of come back into the present.
When she comes back into the present, Bo's in front of her like she was for Bo, and just says, "This is disconcerting, isn't it?"
Hello.
That's the one thing that you picked up on. That voice that you heard from the Fire Genasi is the same voice that's
the same. So
and now
I kind of relate. Yeah. I'm going to boop her nose. And I was just trying to see if you were broken.
Fair. That's fair.
And I relate what I saw, especially that we know the voice belongs to the Fire Genasi, and that we used to have a druid.
How do you
And that's
misplace
who the
a
wood
druid?
elf was. Well, she died.
Well,
But
according to you guys, other people who are
yes,
here
I've
have died.
also died. Yes.
Did you happen to see? Was I dancing around, or was I not?
I didn't see you.
You didn't.
So I assume you're still fine, wherever you were.
Well,
Perhaps we all died, and this is the afterlife.
This is not where Lathan's from. He lives in the house of nature. So
I like that.
This is a pretty fun afterlife. There's a lot of neat stuff to do, and there's friends. So if this is the afterlife, it's not as bad as it could be.
We have very different definitions of fun, you and I.
wait, but from the Fire Genasi told us that she was going to help us get our memories back. right? You know,
And in my
so
vision, she said we needed to be stronger.
stronger. Undead? Is that stronger? Harder to kill?
Yeah, but pretty easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't believe you didn't see me.
Well, I wasn't looking that hard. I was kind of distracted by the wood elf.
Must have been fighting somewhere else.
Probably.
Definitely
I mean,
offering the good work.
Bow or Westra either.
Okay, fair.
so forward then?
Yeah, we got to get Westra's coin.
We do?
Yeah, I'm not really keen on just staying here.
Let's go. Maybe there'll be another Sphinx.
Perfect. Who's opening the door?
I'll open it.
Okay. It is also, but this one is a beautiful cherry. With rectangular, kind of nice like molding around the sides. It is one of those handles that you actually press down to then open. It's a little fancier than the other ones.
Of course, my door's the fanciest.
It's very fancy. It's got like the handle's got this like burnt gold sort of feel to it. Anyways.
I could really just stay here and look at this door for like the next hour, but I feel like they would all murder me.
Maybe.
You might already be dead though, so.
True.
Well, then I'll just come back and look at the door as long as I want.
There's a bright side there for sure.
As you open the door, not traps.
I was going to say, it is also a fire door because they're just for Jasper.
They're all fire doors all the time for Jasper. That's all. It is. You open up to this room that has this massive wall in front of you. Like it stops it. It feels like the room's supposed to keep going, but there's this big stone wall that is just, it's various stones inlaid in it. And you see there's actually 4 stones jutting out from the surface, and they seem to have something like a design on them of some sort.
I'll go look at the design, see if I recognize it.
3 of them have a handprint, what looks like a handprint. The 4th has what looks like a lightning bolt, and then lines coming out of it, of the point of impact.
So maybe we need to touch these 3 and then berzap that one.
Well, right. Well, at the same time, like the previous one?
Maybe.
Or do we want to try one at a time? I mean, I'm open for whatever.
Do you know how to zap things, Westra? Because this would ostensibly be your room.
I have thunderclap.
I think that
Thunder's
would
like lightning.
hurt
Damn.
anyone else trying to touch these stones.
You know, I could do a very powerful bazap. But it's gonna be real strong. If we
How tall is this wall?
That was what I was going to ask. Does it go to the ceiling?
It goes to the ceiling,
Okay.
which is about, you'd say about 30 feet high. And these are all, they're placed along this wall in different ways that you probably can't touch 2 at the same time.
Oh.
They're spread out.
Okay, so one at a time then maybe? Before we start going for it.
Okay.
Okay.
You're just gonna, well, you
Hey
touch
Mia,
one.
could you come here?
Poor Mia. Here
I
we
have
go
to
again.
do
I need
it.
to break down to Ab, apparently. Going, sorry. Okay, so what are you having Mia do?
Just push one of the ones with a handprint.
Cool. It goes in, and when she removes her hand, in theory, it comes back out.
Okay. So maybe we do gotta push these all at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take this one.
Can I further inspect the one with the lightning bolt? Does it look like it can be depressed?
Sure, it does. It does. It definitely looks like it can be, pushed in. If you want to find out anything more about it, you can make a check of some sort, depending on what you're trying to figure out.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to figure out if it'll bazap me or if it needs to be bazapped.
That's fair. So go, let's say, Arcana.
Okay. Well, that's a natural one.
Looks like it needs to be pressed.
Hey Mia, would you like to press this one so we want to see what happens? She's my
I
security.
feel so bad for Mia.
Your security blanket. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. When Mia goes and touches that one, something weird happens. It almost like you see a ripple almost, and Mia's gone. It's hard to discern what happened because
It does the zap.
You didn't see anything zappy though. There wasn't anything. She just was there, touches it. There's a wave, a ripple, and then she's gone.
Does the stone look any different?
Nope.
Well, that's a little frightening. The unseen, I know you guys couldn't tell anything happened, but I could feel now that Mia's gone. Again.
Sorry
So,
for the loss.
I'm not too cut up about it.
So maybe that's how we get on the other side of the wall.
Okay, well,
Could be.
Could you still feel her if she was on the other side of the wall?
I mean, if she was within 60 feet of me, probably. Unless she was zapped really far and this
Perhaps.
thing's really...
She took damage somehow.
It didn't seem like an innocent disappearing.
Okay, so not like a portal.
No. I mean, it could be a portal, but it's not a portal I'd want to go through.
Okay.
Perhaps we press the 3 hand ones and see if anything changes with the other button.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Sure.
I'll go touch one of the other ones.
Yeah. I'll touch the third one.
Cool. So 3 of them are being touched. Do you press in? Or just
Yes.
put your hand on it? Okay.
Push.
3 of you put your hand on there, and you see the image on the 4th one change to a fist.
Oh!
Oh. Well,
Touch it, Bo.
Thank you.
If it's a fist, I might
maybe
do
it's for
fist
you.
at the best.
you want to trade? I'll press the hand one, and you want to punch the fist?
Yeah, I'll punch the fist.
Okay, we trade.
So you go, and like the moment when you take your hand off it, Lestra, the image actually back over the other one switches back. You notice to the what looks like lightning almost, but in point of impact. And then Minerva, you put your hand back, and it turns back to the fist.
So I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna center myself, and I'm gonna stagger back and throw my entire body weight forward to punch.
Okay, roll an attack.
Sweet.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. Cool. Roll damage.
Break that wall.
6.
All right. And do you do anything else?
As a bonus action, I could punch again.
Sure.
That would be a 20. Math is hard. 4.
That's fine. Damage?
5.
Cool. As your second punch goes in again, you see the stone from this like the stone has gone into the wall. You see the stone change shape and grab your arm. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
Oh no!
It's like getting a hug from a wall in my fist.
That is actually exactly what you wanted.
Yep.
I'm sure. Also, now you're grappled, Westra. Just
Yay.
That's a 5 from Minerva.
Okay.
23 for Jasper.
Damn, Jasper.
24 for Rainbow.
The cats are fast.
The cats are
Yeah, they
fast.
I got a 12.
So quick like a cat.
Yes. As you guys all see this creature kind of swirl around Westra's arm, and the wall disappears actually and kind of goes into this kind of amorphous shape changer type thing that still kind of resembles this wall, but here it is not this wall. It is not a wall in the slightest. Sorry, oh god, that was a terrible. Anyways. Cool. And Bo, you're up first. What do you want to do? You see it's got Westra's arm.
Drawing both of her short swords and using bonus action Hunter's Mark on the creature, grabbing
Cool.
Westra, and I would like to attack then. That'd be a unnatural 20 to hit.
Beautiful. Hits.
I've never actually used Hunter's Mark, so I need to look up what it does.
You added D6.
Awesome. That would be 13 total damage.
Damn. Okay.
Woo!
Cool. Anything else? No, because you used Hunter's Mark as your
Because I used bonus already. So.
Perfect. Next up, Jasper.
Okay. So I can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on it.
Okay. Cool. So it's got to do what? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Okay. That is a 12.
All right. It needed a 14.
Cool. That's going to be terrific. Okay. So you see this thing just starts, it in theory, it is not able to fall prone, this creature.
Uh-huh.
So it won't gain that, but you see it laughing nonstop.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Which is really creepy because it's becoming this more amorphous-y thing with a giant mouth that's and yeah, and that laughing is like kind of really creepy.
I could see that.
But it thinks it's hilarious right now.
I'm glad it's having a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's unfortunately immune to prone.
Okay, I figured it might be. I was worried it might be immune to that whole spell.
No, it's just laughing a lot.
Cool. So as a bonus action, I'm going to use a bardic inspiration to bestow the gift of claws onto Westra.
Okay.
So Now she can add 1d4 of piercing to any unarmed attack she makes.
Cool.
And if she wants to do a performance check as a bonus action, she can pass that on to somebody else.
Oh, cool. Okay. Excellent.
Does that only count for the next attack, or is that a amount of?
You can use it, save it for up to an hour if you want to, but it only works once.
Okay.
There you go. Cool. Well, with that, Westra, you are also grappled right now, honey.
Yeah, so I'm not going anywhere. I might as well try to punch my way out of this.
Sure.
I'm going to spend a key to do Flurry of Blows, so I get 3 attacks.
Beautiful.
Oh, sweet.
I love it.
And then I also have an extra attack that I forgot about the first time.
Cool.
So I'm getting 4 attacks.
Perfect. Hit it.
Punch a lot.
Yeah.
Punch.
So 24 and 15 for the first 2.
Yep, those both hit.
And then 14 and 18 for the second 2.
They both hit.
Awesome.
It's not got a high AC. It's a wall, sort of.
Yeah.
The amorphous wall.
That'll be, plus my 1d4 for one of them. That'll be 20 damage.
Beautiful. It is. The laugh becomes kind of strained at this point, and it's really getting kind of weird. It's in pain, but still laughing. Somehow its own pain is funny.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, it's really weird. That said, it's its turn.
Yay.
And it's got advantage against Westra, so it's just gonna try to bite Westra, because why the hell not? That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's totally okay.
Totally fine.
Oh, like 23 is definitely gonna hit you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. And it also, there you see this like dripping from its mouth, this acid, as you take 9 piercing damage and 1 acid damage.
Awesome.
Oh, damn.
As it just kind of bites, so it's got your arm kind of pulled in, and it just takes a chunk out of it. And you feel the slight burn of the acid, and it's no bueno. You don't like this.
Guys, this is not great.
This kind of sucks right now. Minerva.
I gotta blast it. And then I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at it.
Yeah.
And it has to be level 3.
Cool.
So
Because you keep using
as
that.
a kid. So that is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Perfect. Now let me roll these 3d12.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. 19 damage.
wow.
It's
All
just
right.
holding this like big arc of lightning.
I love it. It is. You hear this scream come out of it. It's not quite done yet, but it is on its. It's kind of stopped laughing. This is no longer fun.
Oh.
It is
Oh,
not
God.
happy with you. It's not happy with any. This is a really bad day for it. Okay, you guys just nothing to me.
Yes.
You're hurt anyways. Bo,
Not a good day to be a wall.
not a good wall. Should have been a door. Should have been a door.
We like the doors.
Moral of the story: should have been a door.
Only one door was hurt in this story. So
Yes.
Your track record for doors is actually really good. Your track record for walls, on the other hand, done.
Could be worse though. Our track record with walls, yes.
yeah.
True. Bo, what are you gonna do?
I have a question for you because I've played a ranger, but not in 5e. And Dread Ambusher.
Mhm.
If you take the attack action, you can make 1 additional weapon attack that deals 1d8 damage of the weapon's type on a hit.
Okay.
So that with that and the dual wield thing, would that mean I get 3 attacks if I don't use a bonus action for something else?
Don't use a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds right. That sounds legit. I'll take it.
Ooh. So then I will do that. Yeah. 22.
Hits.
The second one is a natural 1.
Does not hit. Cool. Exciting.
And that would 12 damage on the first one.
Okay.
The hunter's mark is still going on too. And then that third one for the dread ambusher would be a 10.
The 10 does not hit. So the first one does. And it is, you see it, and it is almost starting to crumble away. It is almost dead. You were so close. And we go over to Jasper, who has a cat.
Okay.
It is quite literally a cat now.
Sorry. Okay. I'm going to stab it with my rapier
Cool.
because that seems like a good thing to do.
Stabbing's always good.
I thought so. Okay. Let's see. That is a 16.
That'll hit.
Yay! Cool. And it's an extra D6 because of Hunter's Mark, or is that just for
My bow is attacking.
Okay, that's fine. So that's 11.
Yeah, no matter what. You stab into this thing and it shrieks. Previously having been laughing, now it's just screeching as it kind of collapses onto itself, pulling itself off of Westra's arm and falling to the ground in kind of an ooze that still has its teeth to some extent, but an amorphous blob, and just kind of sinks into the earth. And it is gone.
Well, that was neat.
That thing.
You okay, Westra?
It hurt. It hurt much.
1 second, and then if I can, Rainbow will cast the where to go healing spirit.
Okay. Which I'm not familiar with that one as much.
It is a 2nd level spell, and it calls forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in a space that is a 5-foot cube you can see with range. The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae.
Okay.
I'm going to say it looks like a giant jungle cat.
Perfect.
Oh, sweet.
That sounds legit. Cool. Does it actually heal at all or no?
Yes, the healing is in here somewhere. 1d6.
Okay.
And it is concentration, and it'll stay for a minute, up to a minute.
Okay.
Which would be 10 rounds, I think. Do you want me to just roll?
It'll be fine, and you can heal as
Sure.
much as you want to, and then.
Well, the first one is a 1.
Oh, well, then maybe.
The second one is a 4, so that's 5 total. I think I heard 9 taken off.
I took 10.
10. Well, there we go, because that one was a 6. So
There we go. Yay!
So after about 3 minutes, you finally feel a bit better after hanging out.
well, that'd have been 18 seconds because it's per round.
Per round. There we
Yeah.
go. So, yeah, like 18 seconds. Give or take a second.
Give or take 3 minutes.
Yeah, you feel better. You start feeling better already.
Yay! Thank
You've
you.
gotten very used to cats. Apparently now they are just creatures.
I can fix your clothes if you want.
I looked down at my outfit. It was already not that great to begin with. I was like, what's wrong with my clothes?
They look good. They look better. It's cool.
He's so supportive, Jasper.
Let's go. It's got to be your coin now. Come on, Westra, go.
You do actually see there is a lovely, we're going to go with birch door. Very different now. Very cool, very different. This one arched nicely. It has a simple, it's just another turn handle. It's fine. But you see more importantly in front of it, the bronze medallion. which has the actual very similar punch icon like you had seen previously on the stone wall.
You guys don't think it's going to grab me again, do you?
Probably not.
Ow.
I think you will zone out for us and have a vision, though.
Tell me.
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
see
you'll
me
just freeze.
And please remember when you grab it to look around for Minerva's body. She's been
What?
curious.
Okay, well, let's do this. I take
Won't
the
draw on you.
You say that, Jasper, as Westra grabs it, so has no ability to respond, but you heard it. Westra is frozen. And as everybody else sees, which we'll go back to that in a second, Westra, you see a similar image to everybody else, this kind of devastated countryside, a shadow looming over with a maniacal laugh, this green tinge to just even the air around you and the feel of necrotic energy pulsating throughout. Your vision ends with Bo, Minerva, and Jasper and Esme all on the ground behind you. You are standing next to the fire genasi. And you look towards her and she looks back at you, puts her hand on your shoulder and says, Do you trust me? I think I have a plan, but I need you to trust me on this one. And you don't have much control over what you're saying right now, but Vision You instead responds with, of course, Nox, whatever needs to be done, I believe in you. And the vision fades. And sorry, did Jasper draw on her while she was?
No.
No?
She promised not to.
Curiosity.
There's going to be another flurry of blows. So I guess I snap back out of it.
Yeah, and you hear the subtle tink of the door unlocking in front of you.
Do you have fun?
See anything?
Well, fun isn't the word I would use. Everyone was on the ground. I don't know if they were dead. Maybe you guys were just sleeping.
I do sleep in weird places.
The important thing is that we're all here now, and it seems like we're alive.
It does seem that way. The Ganassi Nox asked if I trusted her, and I said yes. And I think this was the plan.
Huh.
To what end, though?
I don't know. It kind of cut off right there. I think she didn't explain it to me. I just had to trust her. Anyone need a drink?
I mean, that
all I have is water.
Fair.
I mean, we could have died again down here. I mean,
no, because we have the skills that we need to get out of here. Like there was
true.
We needed we needed tracking, and Bo's really good at that, and we needed a Mia, and you're like just up to your elbows with Mia's, and we needed punching, and Westra's good at that, and we needed riddle solving, and Westra's good at that, and so it's fine.
I did 1 out of 3. That's not. You did very well.
And we needed cat drawings in the dust, and you're very good at that.
Yes.
That's my gift.
Most important.
From Lathanza.
Shall we door?
Let's door.
Yes, let's door indeed.
Time you door, because that's now the verb. This time you door, and as you open it, you hear this faint, familiar jingle of a bell, which you recognize. You've heard this plenty of times before. And all of you get hit with this memory, just instantaneously remembering it at the same time. this memory kind of pieces together everything you've learned so far. There has been a battle that against what seems like a necromantic energy. The sky has been darkened by magic, and creatures of death have been soaring through it and tearing it apart. As lightning strikes, you see the silhouette of your long-known nemesis with sickly green eyes as he stares into your soul. You remember this battle against what you called the plague, and it hits you suddenly. You each died in this battle, unable to withstand the constant armies of the undead. Only one remained standing by the end of it, Nox, your steadfast companion with literal bells on her cuffs. It's much to your annoyance for some of you, I'm sure.
I wear those too.
Well, there we go. The last image before you kind of come back into it, is of Nox, this very tired-looking fire genasi, whose name you now recall, shielding your unconscious figures from a blast of necrotic magic. As it consumes her scream just penetrating through the air. You, by some magic, with her sacrifice, you were protected, you were saved, you were made free. Free to return to the land of the living. You're not sure how, but she was able to save you, and your memories were wiped in the process. As your vision clears, you see on the other side of this door, you are finally outside, but you are in that wide expanse of land that you kept seeing in your vision, and there are undead starting to crawl their way towards you. They've been above you this whole time as you've been underground. This dry, barren land stands before you, no trees for miles. Handfuls of rocks litter the field, and beyond that, it's just fun undead. And then you hear the jingling of a bell again. And you hear that voice in your mind, like you did when this started. You remember now. You remember me. I need you to do something for me. Find me. Please, find me so we can get back Esme and get rid of this great destroyer once and for all. And with that, you heroes, with your past lives remembered, your connection to each other, and the battle that has taken over the last few months of your life, comes back to you, and you now head off in search of your long-lost friends, including the one who saved you, so you can in turn save them. And that is where this journey ends. Epic cliffhanger.
Yay!
Yeah.
That was awesome. Thanks.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what happened. We're at $474, guys. There was like a jump.
Thank you so much, chat.
Thank you.
Like, we started at 204. We got like $270 over the course of the last 2 hours. So
Real.
everyone, and the generous donations and support, and I hope you enjoyed this fabulous adventure. We'll roll us back out, tell I don't know who you are, what you do, anything else you feel like saying about today, maybe your favorite door. I don't even know. We're gonna go backwards this time. I think backwards. I don't remember which way I started. I think I know. Becca, let's go with you.
Yes, hi. I'm Becca. I am basically everywhere on the internet, Twitter and Twitch and whatever, at Becca Eckert. And I'm in a podcast called Evenfell. I wore the shirt. Called Evenfell. We launched a couple months ago. Or I guess a month ago is when we officially launched. And it's really great. It is a D&D 5e actual play campaign set in a homebrew corner of realm space. We use the system Microscope RPG in order to like build the world. So it's like collaborative. So it's super, super cool. New episode coming out on Tuesday. Yeah.
Very exciting. Next, we're going to move over to Jess.
Hey, I'm Jess. You can see me on Twitter at Miss_Jess03. And I was playing Bard from the College of Caterwauling, which I wrote and you can purchase on DM's Guild. And yeah, you can find a lot of other stuff I've written on my Twitter. And I've got a Patreon and you can go check it out. All right, thanks, Val. It was fun.
Sorry, I hit myself on mute and then couldn't find the window again.
Oh, no.
All right, amazing. exciting. It's so cool. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad we could actually have the caterwauling college part of the college of the college. It was fun. We're going to go up to Natalie, the other Natalie.
Hello, I am the other Natalie in this game. You can find me at dark_aardvark on Twitter on Tuesday nights on my Twitch channel, which is the dark_aardvark again. I run Starry Seas, which is a D&D 5e homebrew with a homebrew spelljammer setting. We're going to be on our 6th session this Tuesday, and the group's really hitting their stride, and it's a lot of fun. My game's all about inclusion and accessibility and representation and all that stuff. So hope to see you check it out sometime. And all that information is in the Twitter.
Amazing. I didn't mute myself this time. Good. Okay. Saves myself that hassle. All right, and over to Kelly. Back. I was going to call you Wester for 2 seconds because
I think I know who you were talking about. I'm Kelly. You can find me on Twitter at mightbekelly or on the podcast Ethernautica, a cosmic horror / steampunk / pulp adventure homebrew game set in 1889. You can find us online at ethernauticapodcast.com. I'm also part of a podcast called Heroes of Cypher, Vixens of the Void. They're like comic books for your ears. And mostly I just like to hang out on the internet and talk to people. So come find me.
I love it. Awesome. And I am Natalie, the other Natalie, also known as Chaotic Rogue. You can find me on Twitter just at Chaotic Rogue. That's the easiest way to find me. I am part of the Mage College where we create D&D 5e content for fun because it's great, as well as if you want to see me actually play a character instead of DM, I am going to be on Gold Heart Gaming tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. ET, playing in the Legacy of Eldrin game. I play a very mischievous tiefling warlock who also steals things, which is why I was like, oh man, this is too real for me. My life. And she causes trouble. It's so cute. She's adorable, and everybody loves her now. It's fine. Nothing but so follow me on Twitter. You can find me at the other streams I do. And again, thank you to everybody who donated today for this charity. It is absolutely fantastic. So this is Girls Inc., which you can find out more by going to www.girlsinc.org. And please continue to donate at www.roll4change.org/donate. We have raised we're at $474.53, which is amazing because 270 of that came during the last 2 hours, and I love you all for that. Thank you so much. We have, I think, one more game after this one, starting what is in theory supposed to be in 6 minutes, but I greatly doubt that's happening because, you know, I started late and then ran late because what is time management? So stay in the chat, stay around. We are going to have another fabulous game coming right up. So thank you all for joining us today. Bye.
Thank you so much, folks.
Yes.
Bye.